Hey y'all, welcome to the 4th episode of ASU Connections, where we talk about whatever on our podcast. My name is Anthony. I'm the current treasurer. I'm a 5th year mechanical engineering major, and I'm from LA.
Hi everyone, my name is Kaitlyn. I am ASU's PAAC Rep for the rest of this semester, and I am a 2nd year International Affairs and Cultural Anthropology major.
Hello everyone, I'm Olivia. I am a 1st year Business and Design major from Massachusetts, and I am your current fresh rep, one of them.
For today's episode, we will be talking about our experience growing up Asian in our different hometowns. So I'm from Chicago, Illinois, which is a very big city. And yes, I am from the city. I'm not from the suburbs like Brendan and claims to be from the city. But I grew up kind of on the south side. So I had like a pretty unique experience being Asian because most of my school from kindergarten to 8th grade was like 90% Black. How about you guys?
I grew up in a really small like suburban town in Massachusetts, and my town was like kind of the opposite, where it was like 97% white, so I could count like on probably both of my hands the number of students that were Asian.
Okay. And for me, as I mentioned earlier, I'm from LA, stands for Louisiana. I grew up in New Orleans, also the actual city, specifically New Orleans East. And for me, my experience, tad bit similar to Kaitlyn's in that New Orleans East is predominantly Black neighborhood. But within that neighborhood, I did grow up in a very large Vietnamese community, about a couple of thousand Vietnamese people living there. So I had a lot of exposure to the culture, the food, all of our traditions, all of our holidays and stuff. So it's pretty nice.
Okay, in my town, there was like barely any sort of representation in terms of like, I think I probably knew 1 or 2 other Chinese kids, and like it was kind of hard growing up because in my town there weren't that many like Asian restaurants that weren't like Americanized Chinese food, and I didn't grow up with like K-pop or like
Are you calling me out?
And so I guess I wasn't exposed to that until high school, when I like met a bunch of friends through my Asian church, and I was like, oh, what is this? And it's really cool.
You've been exposed to K-pop now. Thank God.
Yeah. Thanks to us or everyone else on ASU e-board.
Yeah.
But like since Chicago is like such a big city, there are like lots of like Asian populations, but like it's a very segregated city. Like I think most like Chinese people live in like 1 or 2 neighborhoods that like usually congregate around Chinatown. So we would go there for like groceries and stuff, and we would go there like pretty often. But in the community I lived, I didn't like really see any people like growing up. So it was kind of weird. Like I felt like I lived 2 different lives, like within the house and like within like my school, I guess.
Yeah, I went to like a Chinese church, and so when I was there, like obviously all my friends were Chinese, and then when I was back at home, like all my friends were white because that was like kind of the only option.
Yeah, I also, in my neighborhood, we had a Vietnamese church, but again, I did live pretty close to all the Vietnamese people, so did feel pretty connected. As for school, my like elementary school was also like, it was crazy. It was like a half Vietnamese. It was kind of weird. So like a bit opposite of y'all. Like I feel like some of the white people definitely felt more comfortable like being with Vietnamese people after like spending the entirety of their elementary school with us.
Yeah. How did your parents feel about you being in a school like with that population?
I don't know. They probably felt, I don't know, fine with it. Okay, I'm gonna out myself right now. It was a private school, so they're like, okay,
Bougie.
Yeah, but yeah, the only thing they were really concerned about was, okay, low key, my parents were kind of racist. So like, I remember many times like on the way to school, my dad would always ask me questions like, Anthony, how many black people are in your class? And I'm like, okay, not sure why you need to know, but there are this many.
How many?
There are actually a couple, maybe like 3 or 4 in my class. Yeah, I was pretty good friends with one of them. His name is Jeremy. I'm still friends with him. Shout out to Jeremy Williams.
Is he gonna listen to this?
He's not gonna listen to this.
Yeah, if my parents ask me that question, I'll just be like, all of them.
I know one black kid that's in my grade, and her
Oh
name
my
is
God.
Annalika, and she was like one of my best friends.
Nice.
I think my parents like. I'm not really sure why they moved to the town that they did, because I'm like, there wasn't much there for them, like in terms of like diversity. I feel like my parents didn't really have that many friends in town because like all of them are white, and then
Yeah, my parents also low-key kind of racist, but I don't know why they sent me to a school that was like in the South Side. Probably because it was like close, but yeah, I don't know what they expected, but like they kind of like would talk about like not tell me to not like do extracurricular activities like at school or something like that, or like stay too long afterwards, which was like confusing because they literally sent me to that school, right? But yeah, it was like super weird going into high school because I also went to another public high school, but it was like in the north side of Chicago, so like more like where rich people lived, I guess. So the demographics of like my schooling changed very dramatically. Like it was around like 60% like white, and then like the rest is like minorities, like a mix of like Black, Latinx, and Asian. But yeah, it was like really confusing because I had to like code switch again almost, like to kind of like for lack of a better word, assimilate into like the culture of like predominantly white people.
yeah,
So
very relatable with that.
yeah.
Yeah, we can talk about my high school experience. For me, I went to a public high school. Shouts to Ben Franklin, OG Snowclap. Bro, I actually have so much high school pride, unlike here. But anyway,
T.
Okay, so my high school, I like to think my high school was fairly diverse. I'd say it's like 50% white and 50% minorities, with them mostly being Black. I don't remember meeting that many Latinx people in my high school. But yeah, it was, I don't know, since it was like a magnet charter school, my parents were fine with me doing whatever I want there. The only problem was it's kind of far, and my parents are busy, so I had to go home, ride the bus most days, unless I could find a carpool.
Yeah, same as Anthony. I feel like my parents were very good with me like staying after school and stuff, but I do have to say that in high school, my friends from like other towns that were Asian, they definitely got more competitive than I got in terms of like academics. I feel like when I would talk to them, they would always be like very stressed out with work just because their high schools, since they were more their high schools were like very predominantly Asian, it was very competitive, whereas at my school I feel like not that many kids like had the pressure of their parents, so then it was like not easier to be like in the top of your class, but like there wasn't as much pressure to get like good grades.
Gotcha. Yeah, my next question would be like, how like is it coming to Northeastern or like coming to Boston? Like how is it different from the rest of your experience growing up?
I would say that for me, it did like a whole 180. Like I got myself really involved in obviously ASU, and so a lot of my friends are Asian, and so
What are you looking at?
I can't multitask.
Brendan, feel free to cut this out. We just looked up the demographics of Northeastern.
Although it does say a lot of white people go here, I feel like I personally don't have that many white friends here. I don't know. I think Northeastern was definitely a really good change in my life, I guess.
That's good. Yeah, for me, I kind of feel slightly the opposite, where like I felt like before in high school I was like in a kind of diverse environment, but coming here, especially in my classes in engineering, I feel like it's all white people. Not gonna lie.
Oh, if we're talking about classes, in my major, I have seen a grand total of like 2 other Asian people.
I think in a class size of like 40, there's probably like around 10 or like 5 kids that are Asian. Yeah, a lot of business kids are white.
Yeah, in the humanities, there's definitely like a huge problem with like representation because like especially in cultural anthropology too, like we're studying different cultures, but like it seems like the only people in the class are like white. There's like a maximum of like 2 or 3 people of color in my classes, and like not to say that this happens very often, but like it definitely has happened where teachers kind of accidentally put you on the pedestal to like speak for your entire ethnic group.
Yeah.
Or like it's completely glossed over like in general, I guess. Like a lot of people when they like think about anthropology, like they only think about like exotic like tribes and like very, very remote places in like Africa or something. But like no, culture exists like everywhere. Like you can study anything. There's just like a very serious lack of representation in my field, so kind of hard.
Yeah, I remember last semester I took an international business class, and so the professor wanted to hear from kids that like came from different countries, but most of the kids that were in my class were like from the US, and so she kind of like assumed that kids with like non-white last names were from like different countries, and I think she was kind of shocked when she learned that like a lot of us were just like from Massachusetts.
Rip.
Hey, people from Mass have these last names. That's kind of wild.
Yeah, who would have thought?
But yeah, I'm surprised that Anthony, you're saying like most of your classes are white, because I know so many people that
STEM
like
majors would be like a lot
more Asian.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess there are a couple of my classes, but I feel like it's majority white. I mean, of course, since like the school's demographic is like that, I feel like I didn't make that many like Asian friends in mechanical engineering. I feel like most of my friends are like white. And yeah, the other thing, like Olivia, you mentioned earlier, like not making that many white friends here. I feel that too. I feel like I definitely stayed in the bubble of the
ASU?
Asian
Oh, of
American
course.
community of PAAC.
That's why we're here.
That's definitely where most of my friends are from now. And yeah, it took me like until like the summer before my 3rd year, where I went on dialogue with a bunch of other people, where I actually made like white friends. Like, yeah, very different from high school, where I was more comfortable like making friends with people in classes, whereas here, I don't know, there's just something different about the people.
I mean, as a freshman, especially coming to college with like COVID, I have yet to meet like more than like 5 people from my classes. If I do go in person, there's probably like 6 other people in the room. But I mean, I have made friends from my classes, and honestly, I think most of them are Asian. Just because like those are the kids that like showed up randomly.
Yeah. What about like the professors in like your major? Because yeah, while most of the students are white, believe it or not, most of the professors are also white in social sciences and humanities.
I think in business, there are a lot of white professors, but then there are also like a lot of ones that are minorities. I think I just happen to have most of the white professors, but if I look on like Banner, I can see that there are other professors.
Yeah, actually, most of my professors are like Middle Eastern or South Asian, so pretty different. I've only had like a handful of white professors in mechanical engineering.
Yeah, I would say most business professors I've had. Definitely. I think they're... Oh, actually, when I was looking at professors to take for this semester, and I was looking at the Rate My Professors, a lot of the Asian professors had lower ratings because kids could not understand their accents. And
that's so sad, though.
know.
Like, what if they're like just perfectly competent, but like people can't understand?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's not like you can like blame them because like they're not like exposed to the accent.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a difficult
but it's also
situation.
like, I feel like I wouldn't rate a professor lower
That's
because
true.
I couldn't understand
Yeah.
based on their English speaking ability.
Mhm.
Bro, I got nothing.
How much are we at?
We're at
16
16 minutes. Damn, I really thought it'd been like 35. Hey, Brendan.
What's up, Brendan? When you hear this, can you text anyone about it?
You can just laugh at us.
Yeah.
We couldn't think of anything.
How does one segue into weird food combinations?
Can we talk about the fan in the background? Because I don't know if that's going to show up in the recording.
Oh, I thought this was an actual topic. I thought we were actually talking. Yeah, it's pretty loud. Nice, tall, well-built, Honeywell, rotating, standing fan.
Would you say it's about 3 feet tall?
You sound like one of those
Maybe,
like
4 feet,
those
3.5.
wish descriptions where like they just put anything in the title.
Oh my god, have you seen those Wish ads? They're so fucking weird. Do they actually like look at my search history and like give me ads based on that? Because I've been getting some.
Okay, let's not torture Brendan with what we're talking about right now. Okay, so back on the topic.
You say back on topic, but there was no topic. Watch you leave this in the podcast.
I mean, I think it's pretty entertaining for those that like hear it.
I get to this.
Although I
get
wish there
this
was like
far.
a visual
of what's
of just, like,
happening.
A blooper.
All three of us just like quickly like glancing at each other like, yo, do you have a topic? Do you have a topic? No? Okay, me neither.
I thought we prepared, but we didn't.
Well, we prepared like 16 minutes. I think that was pretty good.
It's been 2.5 minutes of us just talking about nothing.
I mean,
Okay, why don't you talk about the food?
Okay, so Kaitlyn made us pasta that has tuna, although I can't really taste the tuna. And honestly, it's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, I thought tuna and pasta, like canned tuna, would be kind of weird, but it's pretty good.
yeah, I barely tasted tuna. TBH,
Yeah.
I don't remember what it tastes like anymore. Tuna.
I didn't add that much, but we're currently in the process of finishing everything in our pantry because we have to move out by April 30th. So I'm just adding whatever I can find in my pantry
Yeah,
and
it's gonna
kitchen.
be kind of weird moving out. I feel like I've only been here for 2 months,
Right.
maybe, and I have to move out in like a month. Actually, exactly a month. And I'm not prepared because I think I have bought a lot of stuff since I've gone here.
Mhm.
Same. Yo, I remember I started freshman year with like maybe 2 boxes of stuff, and now I have like 8, and it's kind of bad. I need to get rid of this stuff.
I already came with like a lot of stuff, and first semester I totally used like online shopping as a coping mechanism, and I can't even fit all the stuff I have in like drawers. Sometimes just like put it in the laundry.
I feel like it's okay for you though because you live so close. Like it,
yeah,
you can just do
True.
multiple trips and
Yeah.
it wouldn't take that long.
Mhm.
But like I'm not gonna take a 17-hour drive and or like 2 flights back to Chicago to bring my stuff.
Yeah, I think I'm also gonna donate a lot of clothes because I realized
good.
that out of all the clothes I brought, I think I wear like 40% of it.
Yeah. Wait, where can you donate clothes? So I want to get rid of.
Goodwill. Or just ask your friends if they want things. I know plenty of
Or you
people
could
that
sell
have just like
things
opened their
on,
closets.
New gigs.
Yeah, oh my God.
But yeah, ASU people, if you want clothes from Olivia,
I don't
ask
think
her
you
what
want-
she has.
Or if you want clothes from Anthony.
If you can fit, damn, I'm kind of small. But
It's okay. All my stuff is probably like oversized because I only
That's
wear-
cute. That's in fashion.
Actually, like, but the way oversized is just like comfortable. It's not for like fashion.
It's fashion now. Everything's fashion, I feel like.
gotta-
Everything's becoming fashion.
Gotta wear it with confidence.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
I think I've like kind of given up with dressing nice for this year.
Mm. Yeah.
Every day I plan on leaving in like a cute outfit, and then I look at myself in the mirror. I'm like, sweatshirt it is.
I'm like the opposite because spring semester, because it's like getting warmer. Like if you haven't seen me in real life, like when it's any amount of degrees over 45, I am in shorts or a skirt. So like I couldn't do that in the winter, but now it is my time to shine because I had 2 pairs of jeans to last me the entire winter.
I'm the opposite. I love winter because I enjoy wearing like jeans. I hate wearing shorts, and like I feel like I honestly don't have that much summer clothes because last summer with the pandemic, I was mostly just at my house, and so I just wore like, I don't know, like baggy t-shirts and like athletic shorts. So definitely need to go shopping.
Yeah, I don't know. I also don't like wearing shorts that much. I'd rather wear some long pants. Okay, winter used to be like my favorite season. It still kind of is, but like I thought I liked winter because it was like nice and cool and like, you know, better than like sweating balls all day. But like then I came here and it's like
So cold.
actually freezing. Whoa,
Um,
that's crazy.
I remember, I mean, I'm from Massachusetts, so I feel like I should be used to the weather here. But this winter, there were a couple days that, like, it was so cold that I genuinely got, like, a headache when I went outside.
I never felt cold anytime I was in
Caitlyn
Massachusetts.
Caitlyn doesn't wear jackets.
She's like,
The most I've seen you wear, even in, like,
I
freezing
don't
cold weather, is a
own-
sweatshirt.
I don't own a winter coat, actually. So
You're from the Midwest.
oh, she really said if it's 46 degrees, I'm going outside in shorts.
okay, that has happened. That has
Jesus.
literally happened.
Also, the wind
But-
here, I don't know if it's maybe just this year, but
It's
it's to be
killer.
strong.
It wasn't that bad for
Oh
me.
my god. Okay.
But
Wait, how cold does it get in, like, Louisiana?
Our winters, like on average, it's like 60 degrees. Our
Oh my
winters.
god.
We have like a couple of days where it dips into the 40s, but like,
oh my god.
So, like, nothing, like, here.
yeah, nothing crazy.
I love when it's above like 50 degrees. You just see everyone like on Centennial, and I'm like, guys, it's like not that
Yeah.
warm.
Yeah. Honestly, like kind of like dangerous in COVID times. Like even though like it's outside, like when I see like I do not see grass on Centennial when it's like 50 degrees. So like
The other day, I think it was maybe like 55, and I saw like this group of people, and they were like, I don't know, tanning maybe in front of Steve's. Like there's a guy with his shirt off and a girl in like a bathing suit top, and I'm like, guys, the
Oh
UV
my
index
God.
is like 1.
yeah, I am very like acclimated to cold weather because the Midwest is very, very cold. I think it was like 2 years ago. Like there was like a polar vortex, and it like
Yeah.
the real feel of like the temperature was like negative 50 degrees,
Oh
and
my
people
God.
were like dying. And fun fact, my basement got completely remade because one of the pipes burst and like put holes in our
Oh.
ceiling.
Oh.
So-
whoa.
Yeah, pretty bad.
I mean, I also think that I'm just feeling the extra coldness now because at home I didn't really have to walk anywhere. I would always like, there's nowhere in walkable distance from my house, so you just drive everywhere. Whereas here, I don't think I've been in a car in like 6 months.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like because I like only grew up in like big cities, I don't know how to drive. Like, I don't have a driver's license. I've never been behind a wheel.
I mean, it's okay. I suck at driving. Like, we're at the
No,
same...
but I've never like had a need to drive at all because I just walk everywhere, and that's like what I'm used to.
Yeah. My experience is more similar to like Olivia. Like, even though my address is technically in New Orleans, it felt more like a suburb type place. There's like nowhere I could walk to. Also, there's nothing nearby other than like the local grocery store and some gas stations and a Six Flags.
A Six
Ooh.
Flags?
Yeah. The Six
Within
Flags.
walking distance?
Yeah, maybe like 15-20 minute walk.
Oh my gosh. A memory just came up of my Fresh Rep interview when Anthony asked, where would you go if like time stopped? And I said Six Flags,
Yeah.
even though I didn't even like... I don't even want to go to Six Flags.
You're one of the few answers that few people who didn't answer like robbing a bank or something.
Yeah.
I think I just like... I don't know. That was the first thing that came to my head, even though I don't really like love amusement parks that much.
Are you a fan of roller coasters?
Sometimes the ones that really scare me are when you like drop like and your I guess torso is just like parallel with the ground, and so it like feels like you could literally just like fall out. I'm not a fan of those, but I do like the ones that go like loop-de-loop.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I love roller coasters. I miss Six Flags. Like,
What?
are they even open?
I don't know.
I feel like I'm just not
I feel
like an amusement park kind of person. Like, I do enjoy going, but it's not my number
Yeah.
one.
I loved going because I didn't really like go that much at all when I was little. And like the closest Six Flags in Chicago, at least to my house, is like almost a 2-hour drive up because it's like in a northern suburb.
Oh yeah, ours is in like, I don't even know if it counts as Western Mass, but
Is it Agawam?
Agawam.
I remember going that one. That was pretty fun.
That's near Will's house, I'm pretty sure.
Oh wait, yeah, Will lives
yeah.
in Western Mass. Ew.
Oh my.
Brendan, cut that out. We don't want Will to kill us.
He knows it's Western Mass.
I love you, Will.
Okay, honestly, like,
Shout out to Will.
yeah. Actually, I take it back. Western Mass is really great.
Yeah, I love Western Mass. It's awesome.
I have no idea what's in Western Mass except for Agawam Six Flags. But
There's Worcester.
Springfield, where Will's from.
Oh yeah, Will's Springfield. Cool.
Yeah.
okay,
Brendan, you
I feel like we should end it.
Okay, so that's it for the podcast today.
Thanks all y'all for listening.
Stay tuned for next week when our next podcast episode is dropping.
All right. Catch you later.
Bye.
See ya, nerds.
Bye.